We say, everybody, hell broke loose here. I got something special and something different that I got to talk to y'all about. I have a moral obligation. It's been eating at me for 2 months. It's time to do it. I'm not a scientist, but I understand science as it's written for us to understand. I'm an amateur philosopher, and I'm a good reader of people. When I stumbled upon this information a couple months ago, I did an inventory of myself, and I went to gathering information so that I would be confident in what I have to say here. And here's what it is. There are climate change end times scientists. There's one in particular who seems to have led this tradition, this thought mentality, that there's no use in fighting climate change. None. Because it's over. We got till January of 2020. But that same prediction was made in 2016, 2017, 2018. It's just like the Christians. For 1,700 years, Christ is coming and you're going to hell. And they changed the logic and rationality for it every time a blood moon comes and nothing happens. That's the same way with these scientists, and I call them faux scientists. A degree in anything means jack shit to me. A degree gets you a specialized, focused education on something so that you can become an expert in that field. Now, there are degrees that are needed, medical degrees. But people in medicine don't flaunt their degrees. When you come across a so-called scientist that flaunts his degrees, don't bother. If I had 3 degrees, masters, I would never tell anybody. I don't need for somebody to elevate me to a higher level because I've got a fucking piece of paper that said I passed all the grades on the shit that they decided to teach me. All right? These end times prophesiers of climate, they've now given us till 2020, the one I have in mind. Now here's the thing, here's what it breaks down to. One, I'm not a scientist, but I have watched what science has come out with. I can understand a lot of science. I don't have an education in physics or anything like that, but I can understand it. And I believe the international climate body of science that says we've got 12 years to start now getting our shit together, and then there's hope that we don't have the worst outcome of climate change. Here's the sad news. If we finally get on track here in a couple of months and start doing what we got to do, and the rest of the world is doing it too, because we're holding the rest of the world back, we can meet that goal of 2030, of having reversed our carbon emissions. It can be done. It's a new idea, so it scares people. It can be done. People have to have a reason for living. These faux scientists, end times, apparently have no clue about the evolution of the human mind and social behavior. A woman I was in love with, we trucked together. She drove, I drove. We was having a conversation one day going across Interstate 40. I was headed to Bakersfield, California. We were in Arizona. And she went back to take a nap. She was happy. And I got to thinking, what if I heard on the radio right now that nuclear bombs have started flying through the air from every country that had nukes? Some have already struck, and I take that information and calculate that we got an hour left to live. What's my choices? Wake Donna and tell her so that we can be in misery for the next hour? Or let her sleep in peace? Or wake up and make love to her? And hopefully we'll get taken out during that. If these scientists truly believed what they say, they wouldn't have said a word unless they're a sociopath. Total lack of morals. There's no point in presenting a problem that there's not a solution to. That's imbecilic right-wing thinking. I try my best to never present a problem without an idea for a solution. Who I'm aiming at are the people like myself. I didn't go searching for this information. I stumbled across it. There are a lot of people that stumbled across it that it has now fucked up their lives. They live in depression. There's even been suicide from things like this. These scientists don't care. When I hear a man almost with glee saying that he told another man, your children are going to die, your grandchildren are going to die, that's psychopathy. Now, at the end of each of these speeches I hear a very bland, hollow, meaningless statement like this. So, it's all about love. And that's it. You don't hear nothing about love in these long, self-serving, victimized videos. Here's the point to you men who are listening to this. If you're not man enough to take the heat that you know is going to come from an extremely provocative point of view, don't do it. You're not man enough to handle it. I'm the most outspoken person on religion that I know in my corner of the Facebook. My God's group is called God's Group page, actually made a difference in people's lives. I influenced the gubernatorial election when Terry McAuliffe beat that Ken Cuccinelli motherfucker. I'm nobody. But I don't believe I'm nobody. Every day I think I can say something that's going to help somebody, and they tell two people, and they tell two people. This is aimed at the people who have stumbled across this bullshit and are now in a state of non-life. There is not one moral, logical reason to tell the world, y'all gonna die soon, ain't no need to worry about it. So here's my question to those scientists. Why don't you take it a step further and just say, let chaos break loose. Stop paying taxes and all that. All of that behavior could happen in groups here and there. Total chaos, anarchy, because of this bullshit. This bullshit is being put out for one reason: self-glorification. And when you find that one of these self-glorified people are also eternal victims who are going to cry and whine and run away and hide when they get criticism, there's no point in even putting an ounce of consideration into a single word they said. A man starts it and finishes it. A punk starts it and runs. But I'll say this again as the bottom line. Even if these end times prophecies were true, there isn't one moral, logical reason to destroy the happiness of the world. It's amoral. And I know that these prognosticators are not going to be changed by any moral shaming. The reason I'm doing this is to help people who, like me, stumbled upon this but aren't as strong as I am and aren't a fighter like I am, and they're now suffering. There's no telling how much suicide has come from this already. Flatline, this is evil. Live life, address that we have to work like hell on climate change, make it an exciting thing, make it a project, make voting a new project, make saving this country and this world a party. Participate every day, get your friends involved, stay on the upbeat. We can do this. This can be done. And then if we all die in January 2020, we die with a fucking smile on our face. My vision is moral. I know that in every way, and I challenge anybody to try to dispute that. What I'm going after is immoral in every way, and it's illogical. So I hope this helps somebody. I doubt if this will be my last video on this. I'm sure I missed a couple things here and there, but don't fall for it, people. Come and talk to me. Stay strong. That's just another way to destroy the earth, to make apathetic people, very depressed, suicidal, apathetic people. You tell me that's right or wrong. Lucy, love you. Later.